class of 2022.
Yo, what?
What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy, Matt Bevan, and today we are back with a YouTube video that is not a reaction video. I can't believe it. We're not doing a reaction video today. Today, we are doing something fun, a little bit controversial, a little bit out of pocket that you've never seen before. Today, we are doing a tier list of metalcore bands. Now, I can see already on some of the bands on this site, it is not all metalcore. There are some bands that are not metalcore, so I'm just gonna be ranking these bands, and they might be metalcore, so don't get mad at me if they're not metalcore. They are on this tier list. I am doing this tier list based off of the music itself, so disclaimer, this is based on their art form, okay? So I'm basing it off if I like their music or I don't like their music. If you don't like the people, I'm not dealing with that. Today, it's about the music. We got 6 categories. We got goated, top tier, good stuff, middle of the road, not my cup of tea, and don't listen to. So if I don't listen to a band, I'm gonna be putting them at the bottom. And that doesn't mean that they're bad. It just means that I'm not really too familiar with their craft. So anyway, let's jump right into this tier list. I'm excited. Let's cause some controversy, baby. So the first band we've got on here is 156/Silence or 156/Silence or whatever you want to call them. I'm going to be straight out the gate. I've heard their new stuff. I think it's cool. I haven't listened to like all of their stuff, but I have listened to it and I like it. I think a lot of people have been raving about it and I've not felt that same rave yet, so maybe I need to give it another try. But I think to be fair to the list, to be honest and integral to the list, I'm going to put it in don't listen to. I don't know enough about the band to put it on this tier list, and I don't want to be unfair to the band to compare them to bands that I actually listen to. So we're going to start with a don't listen to. But anyway, it's a good start to a video that is about someone that listens to metal music, ranking metal music. But anyway, we move. A Day to Remember. Now, baby. A Day to Remember, this might be controversial. Good stuff. It's going in good stuff. I have never truly got into A Day to Remember. I definitely prefer the old stuff to the new stuff, but I think the new stuff was decent. I listened to the new album. I thought it was good. So that's why it's going in good stuff. We're starting out with a controversial pick, I think. Let me know in the comments how much you hate me for that one. All That Remains. Now, All That Remains, I loved the old stuff, okay? Like, I played Rock Band growing up. The song 2 Weeks was an absolute ripper. This Calling was another ripper of a track. But the rest of their stuff, I didn't, like, super duper love. So I'm going to be putting All That Remains in middle of the road. I can't, oh my God, I'm going to get absolutely roasted for this list. I just think they're good, but not quite in good stuff. Middle of the road. They're middle of the road for me. Okay, Alpha Wolf. As far as like a modern metalcore sound goes, I'm going to put them above A Day to Remember, but in good stuff. I might move them to top tier depending on how this list goes. I might have to move them up because I think they are fantastically angry. They're aggressive. That sounds cool. I like modern music, so I like modern metalcore. So this list could get hate from the elders, but I'm putting them above Day to Remember. I can't believe I'm saying that. In good stuff. Now, the Amity Affliction. I am going to be totally honest here. They're going in top tier. They're going in top tier. I just went to their most recent show out here in SoCal, I think, where they played Let the Ocean Take Me in full, and that was fantastic. So as a metalcore band, they're going in top tier. Now, Architects is next, instantly goated. Architects is a goated metalcore band. They're still goated. Their early stuff was fantastic. Their new stuff's also fantastic. That new album could be a album of the year. So we're going in goated, off the rip, no questions asked. As I Lay Dying, they are a classic metalcore sound. They've had their issues. They're having their issues, but we're going off their music. We're going off their music. I am going to put As I Lay Dying in the bottom of good stuff. The bottom of good stuff, As I Lay Dying are going to. Their music's legendary, but I never truly like really dove into it. What I mean by that is I've listened to it, but I just never, you know, made its way into my heart, if that makes sense. So we're going at the bottom of good stuff to pay my respects. Now, Attack, legendary band. A little bit memey sometimes. Controversial, maybe. I kind of like the new stuff, if I'm being honest. We're going to put them in good stuff as well. I'm going to put them below As I Lay Dying in good stuff. August Burns Red. That's pretty easy for me. They're going currently top of top tier. So I'm gonna move them. That's a bit better. What I'm about to say about August Burns Red is gonna blow your mind. My favorite album by them is Found in Faraway Places. There's something about that album, the way it flows. Some of the songs have like these weird country riffs in, and the album just has a really cool vibe to it. It's just one of my favorite metalcore albums, maybe of all time. I listened to it on repeat constantly in my younger years, about 10 years ago or so. So I'm putting them in top tier, and yeah, just a fantastic band. Messengers is legendary, just top tier stuff. Okay, Bad Omens. Bad Omens. I'm also gonna put them in top tier, and I'm actually going to put them at the top of top tier, so just above August Burns Red. Now, Bad Omens, OG album, the self-titled album, my goodness, that had a grip on me like very few albums I've ever had. Like Exit Wounds, such an absolute fantastic track. That album just has a place in my heart. It has a very when I think of that album, it throws me back to a time in life that was just like just a big change in my life. So Bad Omens, just for that first album alone, and of course the new stuff's also fantastic, but I love that OG. That first album alone puts them in top tier for me. Bless the Fall, for me personally, goated. Bottom of goated, not quite as high as Architects, but I remember walking around middle school, blasting Bless the Fall in my ears, and it's just such a memory in my brain, it's imprinted in me, where they have to go goated for me. The album Witness, the 2.0 intro, it's so freaking fantastic, and this, they have to go, for me, they have to go goated. They have to go goated. Bring Me the Horizon, also goated. In my opinion, below Architects, but above Bless the Fall. I love the new stuff. I love the old stuff. I'm not going to go on about Bring Me the Horizon because everyone knows that they are just legendary, and they are, and they're goated, and that's where they're going, and we're going to move swiftly on. Born of Osiris, just the song Shadowmourn alone with that saxophone ending is fantastic. I didn't listen to a ton of the new stuff, or sorry, a ton of the early stuff. I'm going to put Born of Osiris. I'm going to put them in good stuff, below A Day to Remember, but above As I Lay Dying. For me, I think that's fair. Now, why is Bullet for My Valentine on here twice? Do they want me to put it on here twice? This is going to shock you, and maybe it's going to really make me a poser. I'm putting them in Don't Listen To. I just don't listen to Bullet for My Valentine. I've never really gotten into them, and I've never really listened to them. So it's not fair for me to criticize or critique them compared to other bands if I haven't really listened to them. I'm about to be annihilated in the comments, but I have to be true to you. I have to be honest. So we'll move. Black Veil Brides, don't listen to. Never listened to them. Never had the inkling to listen to them. For no reason other than I just haven't. So they're also going in Don't Listen To. The comments are going to come for me, and that's okay. Crown the Empire. Some of that old Crown the Empire. It's a scene kid's dream. I would listen to those albums where they're just about taking over the resistance. They're overcoming the powers that be. And it's just a story to be told. The new stuff didn't quite hit the same as the old stuff. So I'm going to put them below. No, I'm putting them above Born of Osiris, behind A Day to Remember. That old stuff, man, is so good. The new stuff has just not hit the same. So I'm putting them in the good stuff. The good stuff is going to have a lot of bands in, I fear. I like Crystal Lake. I'm going to put Crystal Lake in middle of the road. Do I want to put them in middle of the road? Carlos, do I want to put them in middle of the road? I'm not quite sure. I don't think I've listened to them enough. Oh, I was thinking about putting Crystal Lake in middle of the road, but the more I look at this, and the more I think about this, I have to put them Don't Listen To. I mean, the song Disobey is an absolute banger, but other than a couple of key tracks, I haven't listened to a lot, so I can't put them. I can't put them anywhere other than Don't Listen to be fair to the band itself. Now, Currents. For me personally, top tier. Just behind Bad Omens, I would think. Actually, no, screw it. Currents are going above Bad Omens. Currents have had an amazing run of albums, all the way from when we had tracks like Anxiety on the EP to the new stuff. I mean, the album, The Place I Feel Safest, is one of my favorite metalcore albums of all time. For me, that album, I used to work, I'm in Pasadena, so I used to drive back and forth for like an hour or so, and that album was on repeat almost every single day, okay? So they're going top of top tier so far. Dance Gavin Dance, I'm gonna be honest, don't listen to. Never really listened to. Their music is popping right now on TikTok, but I never really listened to Dance Gavin Dance. An interesting vibe, I know that, but I never really got into him. That I'm gonna get crucified for not listening to in the comments. But again, honesty is the best policy. Dayseeker, good stuff. Good stuff. I'm going to put them behind Crown the Empire, but above Born of Osiris. I think they're a fantastic band. They're just not totally what I always want to listen to, but I mean, incredibly talented, emotional metalcore. They're going in the middle of good stuff, okay? They're good. They're good stuff. Dark Divine, haven't listened to enough. A newer band, some of their songs have been bangers, but I've just simply not listened to enough of them to be able to rank them appropriately with the other bands. And that goes the same for Dead April. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. And let me know in the comments if I should listen to this band. I've never even heard of this band. They're actually called Dead by April. I didn't even know that. They have 662,000 monthly Spotify listeners, and I don't have a Scooby-Doo who they are. Does that make me a poser? It might do. Don't listen to. That's where they're going. Electric Callboy are going in top tier. They're going in top tier. I'm going to put them at the bottom of top tier, and that is not disrespectful, okay? They are a top tier band. Some electric feel, some electric vibes to their music. They are fun. They are great. They have a good vibe. I just can't personally put them higher than those other bands in top tier. I just personally can't do it. But they are fantastic, so do not come for me in the comments.
What do you mean by that?
They are a fantastic band. Amur, middle of the road, but I'm going to put them top of middle of the road. For me, they're like the band that sometimes I really need, and sometimes I don't really need. Great gym band, but they're going middle of the road, okay? They're a good band. They're a good band, but they're not quite enough to go in good stuff. In my humble opinion, Era are a legendary metalcore band. They're a legendary metalcore band. I'm going to put them, though, that being said, for me personally, behind Born of Osiris in good stuff. This might be one of the hottest of takes so far in this video. It's a band I didn't grow up listening to, but as I got older, really started visiting this band and listening to a lot of the older albums, okay? Drift, Neon. But the new stuff is what I was really listening to as I was really refining my music taste, if you will. And they're great metalcore. But for me personally, there's like an edge missing. I don't know how to describe that. They're a good band though. Don't get me wrong. Fantastic metalcore band. I feel like I'm trying to like cover my back by saying all these bands are good, even though I'm not ranking them that highly on this tier list specifically. But they're a good metalcore band, so they're going in the middle of good stuff. Falling in Reverse. Now, I bet you're all so excited to see what I'm going to say about Falling in Reverse. The old stuff doesn't do it for me. On a musical basis, some of the new stuff is some good stuff, okay? So, this is where I'm putting Falling in Reverse. They're going in the bottom of good stuff. Now, if anyone's watching this that is a Falling in Reverse stan, that's great. And this isn't putting down Falling in Reverse, but they're good stuff. And that's all I'm gonna say. They're good stuff. Fit for a King, for me personally. We are putting Fit for a King in good stuff. We're gonna put them below Dayseeker, but above Born of Osiris. That seems to be like the middle of the road, which makes sense. Fit for a King, Pissed Off, such a banger. The intro to that album, banger. Saw them live with Beartooth, fantastic live show. Some of the old stuff, also great. But not a band I'm like grasping to get back into. Not a band that I'm tossing on when I need to, right? Some of these albums like Currents, Architects, Bad Omens, Bless the Fall, Bring Me the Horizon, I toss on because I'm ready to go. I never find myself just reaching for Fit for a King, if that makes sense. Gideon, I love Gideon. We're tossing Gideon above Electric Callboy, below the Amity. You know what? No, they're going above the Amity Affliction. Gideon are a straight vibe, and they are heavy, and they are fun, and they've got a cool sound, and their new album was freaking fantastic. So they're going in top tier. Gideon are great. The G in Gideon stands for great. I Prevail. I quite enjoy I Prevail. That's a hot take, maybe. I feel like a lot of people, I Prevail is like taboo. So now here's the big question. Do I place I Prevail above A Day to Remember? No. But they're pretty darn close in the good stuff category. I'm going to put them above Dayseeker, below Crown the Empire. Crown the Empire have legendary status in my personal viewpoint on the old stuff, not so much the new stuff. So that's why they're in good stuff. But I'm going to put I Prevail right below them. I think they're a great metalcore band. So that's where they're going. I See Stars. Didn't really listen to. And again, controversial. I feel like I'm going to get hatred in these comment section. But hopefully it's like a nice discussion, not so much hatred. Hopefully I'm not being canceled. But I See Stars, going and don't listen to. I saw them live with Bad Omens out in Los Angeles. They were cool, but I didn't know any of the songs, so they're going and don't listen to. Imminence, a very cool band. I'm putting Imminence. I'm gonna put them underneath Alpha Wolf in the good stuff category. They're almost top tier. They're so close to being top tier because I love symphonic elements in my music. I love a little bit of violin in my music, but they're not quite in top tier. Now, one really, really solid album more, they're probably going in top tier. But for right now, they're going in good stuff. Ice Nine Kills. Now, this is an interesting one because I really like Ice Nine Kills. So I'm putting Ice Nine Kills. I'm going to put Ice Nine Kills behind Alpha Wolf, but in front of Imminence. Ice Nine Kills' old stuff is fantastic, and I even do like the new stuff. Ice Nine Kills' newest album, Welcome to Horrorwood, didn't quite live up to The Silver Scream, in my opinion. I loved The Silver Scream personally. I think It Is the End is such a fantastic song. But would I reach for them before Alpha Wolf? I don't think so. Would I reach for them above Imminence? I think so. So they're going almost at the very tippy top of good stuff. Invent, Animate are going smack dab in the middle of good stuff, very much along the lines of Dayseeker. Okay, just a great band. I don't have that much to say about Invent Animate because they're great. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Honestly, they're just a good stuff. They're a good stuff. The Devil Wears Prada, instantly number 3 on the GOAT status. I mean, the album with Roots and Branches Below is top 3 metalcore album of all time. It is so good. The zombie EPs are so good. I'm even tempted to put The Devil Wears Prada above Bring Me the Horizon. And you know what? I will. They're going above Bring Me the Horizon. I would sooner reach for The Devil Wears Prada than Bring Me the Horizon. And they are both legendary GOAT status bands, but if I had to pick one, I might just pick The Devil Wears Prada. Sue me. Kill Switch Engage. This is an interesting one because I really do enjoy Kill Switch Engage, but I just don't listen to them as much as one would think I would. So I'm going to put Kill Switch Engage above A Day to Remember, below Imminence. My curse is maybe the influencing decision as to why it's above A Day to Remember. My Curse is such a freaking banger. So they're going towards the top of good stuff. Knocked Loose. Let's clear this up real quick. Not metalcore, but a simply fantastic band. I'm putting Knocked Loose at above Electric Callboy, but below the Amity Affliction. No, they're going above the Amity Affliction, below Gideon, for me personally. Top tier band. Let's put a big old asterisk there, though. Not metalcore. Not metalcore, but a great band. New album, fantastic. So they're going there. Kingdom of Giants. I'm going to put Kingdom of Giants in the middle of the road. And I'm going to tell you why. And it's not the band's fault. So Kingdom of Giants released their album Passengers in 2020. And I did enjoy that album. But here's what went wrong. I would finish any album, any playlist, and the song Two Sons would always play at the end or at the beginning of like what came after the album or the playlist. And it's just ingrained in my memory. And for that reason alone, which is unfair to Kingdom of Giants. So if Kingdom of Giants, if you're listening, I think you make good music. And Spotify did this to you. But they're going middle of the road between Amur and All That Remains. That sounds unfair, but I've got to be honest. And that's how I feel right now. I'm sorry, Kingdom of Giants. Again, I admit, not your fault. Like Moth to Flames. I'm going to say something about Like Moth to Flames right now. The most single underrated band on this entire list. They are GOAT status. I don't care what anyone says, they're GOAT status. They're going above Bless the Fall, below Bring Me the Horizon. Every album is a banger. They are a band that has made so many fantastic albums. The new album, banger. Their first album, banger. GNF, banger. Nowhere Left to Sink, banger. I Solemnly Swear, banger. You'll Burn, banger. Banger after banger after banger after banger. Like Moss to Flames, goated band, argue with me in the comments. Who? I can't even read this. Hold on. Oh, it's Make Them Suffer. Got it. Make Them Suffer. I'm putting them just below Currents in top tier. Such a good band. Their new album is great too. They went from just like, I mean, let's be real. Their old stuff wasn't really metalcore, but fantastic band. I love them. Hollowed Heart, fantastic song. Top 10 song of all time for me personally. I love the new album. Doom Switch is a banger. So they're going at the very tippy top of top tier. Not quite GOAT status yet. Memphis Mayfire. Now this one, the Challenger album is goated, okay? The Hollow is goated. They had a weird middle bit. That just didn't hit for me. But even some of the new stuff are coming back with some great tracks. I'm going to put them at the bottom of top tier. Not bottom of goated. Bottom of top tier. I feel good about that. I feel good in my heart about that. Miss May I, legendary metalcore band. I think I'm going to toss them below Ice Nine Kills in good stuff. Miss May I are a goated metalcore band. Okay, we're talking back in the day on Warped Tour. Okay, we're jamming that stuff. We're finding their tent. We're finding their show every single time we go. Legendary, but it's just not a band I reach to these days. So that's why it's going in good stuff. Motionless in White are going above Memphis Mayfire in top tier. Not quite goated for me. Don't hate me. Okay, don't hate me. They're a top tier band. Don't get it twisted. So I don't want you to get mad at me for putting them at the bottom of top tier. But I would sooner reach for a Gideon, a Knocked Loose, a Make Them Suffer than a Motionless in White. But still a top tier band, okay? North Lane. I'm be straight up with y'all. Just didn't really listen to that much. Just didn't really listen to them that much. So we're going to put them in Don't Listen To, as well as the next band, Novelists. Just never really listened to them that much. Parkway Drive. This might be a controversial take. I'm putting them towards the bottom of good stuff. Oh my God. It feels guilty. I feel dirty. But they're going below Era. It just never hit. It just never hit for me. And there goes any chance I ever have of working with Parkway Drive if they see this. So I'm sorry. And maybe I just need to give it another chance. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. But that's where they're going. Man, the comments. Polaris. The comments. I'm about to put Polaris like so much higher than Parkway Drive. I'm such a poser. Polaris, it's going behind Bad Omens, above August Burns Red. Okay? Fantastic band. Fantastic albums. The older stuff. The newer stuff. Banger after banger after banger. They're going towards the end of top tier. The Remedy, a banger. Hypermania, a simply fantastic song. I just can't put them higher than like Make Them Suffer or Currents or Bad Omens in this list. So that's still a great spot for them in my humble opinion. Silent Planet, I love Silent Planet. I'm gonna put Silent Planet at above Memphis Mayfire, but below Motionless in White. The vibe of Silent Planet just hits me different, okay? It hits me different. Antimatter, banger of a track. That track alone might just toss them a little bit higher. Seriously good band. Top tier in my humble opinion. Sleep Token. Not metalcore, but wow, this might be the most controversial take. I'm going to put them, in my humble opinion, in my listening preference, kind of there. Kind of the top of good stuff. Now, let me just preface this before everyone annihilates me in the comments. Sleep Token are a fantastically talented band. They have an aura about them that is unmatched, okay? They have unmatched aura. Aura points are through the roof. I don't really find myself itching to listen to Sleep Token. I just don't. I would rather listen to Imminence in my current state, in my current mental state. I am going to make some adjustments to this list because A Day to Remember is sliding incredibly low down. So we're going to adjust that at the end, but I have to put Sleep Token there. In fact, I'm going to make it a change right now. We're going to put A Day to Remember above Sleep Token. I think that's a bit better for me. I like that, feels better to me. Sleep Token, okay, again, a fantastic band. So many aura points. Very well orchestrated, talented musicians. Just not, I was about to say they're not my cup of tea. I've not put any bands in not my cup of tea. That's because I'm afraid of being canceled. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments to this. But Sleep Token, I'm just not gravitating towards them. I'm not gonna say too much more and dig myself a hole. Slipknot, not metalcore. I'm gonna put them third. That feels kind of wrong because of the rest of the bands on the list, if I'm being honest. But in terms of just goated status, they're goated. Eyeless is a goated track. Duality is a goated track. They're a goated band entirely. But they're not metalcore. You know what? They're so not metalcore. They're so not metalcore, I'm taking them off the list. And that's not because that they're not a great band. They're a goated band. They're just not metalcore. And should I do that with other bands? I might make some adjustments at the end, so hold tight. Spirit Box. Spirit Box. I'm going to put them below, above Motionless in White, below Electric Callboy. Their newest album has cemented top tier. They weren't top tier until a couple weeks ago. They are now top tier. Fantastic band. Courtney's a beast. Just top tier. Slaughter to Prevail, not metalcore. But they're going below Alpha Wolf, above Ice Nine Kills. Again, just a band that I've listened to their stuff. I find it cool, but a band I'm just not itching to put on. Suicide Silence, I mean, even more not metalcore. Not metalcore. But in terms of a band, I mean, we're going top tier. Let's go below August Burns Red, above Gideon, but again, not metalcore. The Plot in You, I love The Plot in You. I'm gonna put them above Polaris, below Bad Omens. They're like Dayseeker in that kind of vibe for me, but I just think they are such a great band, such a talented vocalist in Brandon. And I mean, they had a song that ran the gym community for about 6 months to a year, so they're top tier stuff. The Word Alive has a special place in my heart because some of that old stuff is fantastically legendary. So I'm gonna put them out of respect, at the bottom of top tier, out of respect for what they've done in my life, okay? The new stuff isn't quite what I'm itching for, but some of the old stuff. I mean, we're talking Empire, Deceiver level stuff. That is metalcore heritage, baby. So good. So for that alone, bottom of top tier. Under Oath, maybe another controversial one here. I'm toss them and don't listen to. I know. I hear the boos. I hear the booing. Okay? I'm sorry. I just never truly listened to them. Okay? So I want to be fair and put them in don't listen to. Because that's the fair place to put them if I haven't listened to them. Okay? Veil of Maya. I really like Veil of Maya. I'm going to put them towards the top of good stuff. Maybe just below A Day to Remember. Legendary band. A really underrated song by them, by the way, is Death Runner. Just a fantastic track. Groovy. We Came as Romans. Legendary band. A band that I've listened to, but just don't get the itch for, like some of these other bands, personally. So I'm going to put them at the very tippy top of good stuff. And we're going to put them right there. Just behind Alpha Wolf. I actually did like their new album a lot. That had Black Hole on it and things like that. But I just can't in my right mind put them in front of some of the bands ahead of them. I just can't do it. While She Sleeps, some of their albums had a grip on my life, okay? Antisocial, banger track. We're gonna put them right smack dab in the middle for me. Maybe behind Crown the Empire, above I Prevail. I think that's a good spot for me. Lastly, Wage War. Now, the new album just didn't quite do it for me, but their old stuff is top tier metalcore. So I'm gonna put them in top tier. I'm gonna put them above Motionless in White, behind Spirit Box. And that's my list. Let's see if we need to make any changes. Let's do the right thing, and let's take off non-metalcore bands. And if they've had metalcore influence in the past, I'm keeping them. But if they've just never been metalcore, they're coming off. So, we're taking off Suicide Silence. Love them. Taking them off. Knocked Loose, not metalcore. Taking them off. Slaughter to Prevail. I like them. Not metalcore. Sleep Token. Not metalcore. Great band. Not metalcore. I think the rest of this is pretty good. I put no bands in not my cup of tea. And that is because I am terrified of the comments. And so don't ask me. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, that's not true. I actually don't hate any bands. If I'm being totally honest with you, because music is an opinion. Final adjustments, I did remember feels a little low, but I'm gonna live with my decision and I'm not gonna change my list. So that's my list. There you go. Let me know how much of a poser I am. Let me know where I made a million mistakes. I'm pretty happy with this. And yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you would do. Maybe do it. Send me a screenshot. Let me know. And yeah, I am terrified to see the results.